Karibu sana, welcome viewers. This is Politics Today hapa Science TV. Hapa tunachapa siasa. My name is Jonas Simba. 0111980384 is the number you chapa siasa with us. Let me say that again. 0111980384. Esther Kendi, our Gen Z SLI, is with us here. I have a guest for you. The one and only Edwin Deda. Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
Hey, wacha nikupungie hewani.
Unasema
wasangarire.
Wasangarire mno.
UPIA, UPIA.
Yes.
You said it's not UPYA.
Yes, UPIA.
United Party of Independent
Alliance. That's right.
Oh, you are sure it's not of Independence of Africa?
No. It's United Party of Independent Alliance.
UPIA.
Yes.
Okay.
Our code is 046.
046.
Party code.
Okay. Yeah. And then you are the disabilities chairperson.
Yeah, I am the National Disability Chairperson.
Okay. And
I also sit at the National Executive Council as a representative for the special interest group within the party.
All right. Interestingly, I also sit at the NEC.
Oh.
Yes, of Labour Party of Kenya. Do you know that?
I have known it right now.
And it's amazing that parties in Kenya go with names. When you talk of Labour Party of Kenya, you are talking of one Madam Professor Julia Ojiambo. You've heard of that name? When you talk of UPIA, a name comes to mind. Give me the name.
Someone like Edwin Deda.
There's another name we are looking for.
Okuriatani.
Okuriatani.
Yes.
Former or current?
The former cabinet secretary for treasury.
For treasury.
Yes.
He's from the minority groups.
Yeah, his background, or he originates from the ASAL areas.
ASAL areas?
Yeah.
Okay. That tells me something. You must be happy with the issues of PWDs in your party.
Of course, one of the brilliant thing, or one of those first things that you'll see once you get to UPIA or to our website.
Yes.
You'll see a background of 4 people, one seated in a wheelchair, and others beside them, from the right, the left, then the back, and they are looking towards the sky. So we are looking at a new dawn. So that is basically UPIA.
That is the symbol of...
Our symbol is a gazelle, swara. Not swara ile ya Nooks, but a gazelle, swara.
Okay.
Yes, I know you guys. Taanza kusema ati sisi tuko na swara. No. Yes, tuko na swara, like we tuko na gazelle.
Right, right. Okay. So a gazelle is your symbol.
Yes.
Walemavu na siasa. Tell me something about walemavu na siasa Kenya. Has it been fair with us? By the way, before you proceed, our symbol at Labour Party ni nyota.
Nyota, star.
Yeah. So when we go to Western, they actually say eninginingi.
Oh, nyota yenu itachukuliwa. Tutachukua nyota. Ama tutaenda mahali tupewe nyota ingine. Siku hizi nasikia watu wanapewa nyota sana.
You are talking about spiritual abuse.
No, right. I'll restrict myself from such.
By the way, just today, Nafula has come out in Western Kenya as Maria Mtakatifu. Yeah, she has come out. Western Kenya. You know where Jehovah Wanyonyi came from?
That reminds me. Just the other week. Nafula. That reminds me. The other week, I had George Lushiri, the presidential candidate for 2002 election.
Yes.
I heard that he argued in the court.
Yes.
That his client, Jehovah Wanyonyi, should be set free, or else they produce the real Jesus. And I guess he won. I don't know.
Oh my. And where did Jesus, walikuwa anaitwa Yesu wa Tongareni?
Yesu wa Tongareni.
Where did he go?
I don't know. I guess he's preaching the gospel and maybe preparing for the final coming.
Okay.
His coming.
Okay. Today Nafula has come out. Maria Mtakatifu.
As Mary, mother of Jesus.
Yes.
All right.
From the Catholic, something charismatic or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is breaking news today. Anyway, let us come back to issues of PWDs in the country. Are we on the right trajectory, Edwin? What do you think? What do we need to do differently?
Today, like right now?
Yes.
I think I must start by saying that we have something that we can be proud of. Let's start by saying that just the other week, a month or two,
right,
the National Disability Act was amended. Now it is the National Disability Act 2025.
Exactly.
And it brings a whole bunch of goodies to persons with disabilities that will help us coexist peacefully with others, get into employment, do business, get tax exemption, go to school, have accessible environments, participate fully in politics. And I think also some things to do with social protection. So those are major wins, and I must thank the president, at least as a person with disability, I must thank the president, Mr. William Ruto, for that. Yeah. Now the big
person who sponsored it, was it Crystal Asige?
That's right.
ODM.
Yes, nominated senator.
Yes. Did a good job, right?
Did a good job. I heard there was some discussions also at the National Parliament, and you know, in the National Parliament we also have representative.
Yes.
We have some members that have been elected and those ones that have been nominated.
Yes.
So these efforts we cannot fully attribute it to one person, because the stakeholders in the disability work are quite diverse. So we have the private sector, we have the public, we have the non-governmental organization or the civil society organization. We have the faith-based, then we have the individuals with disability themselves, the caregivers, our friends, and we also borrow from what is really happening in other parts of the world.
Yes.
Let's say like the United States of America. And because we are also guided by international laws, like the United Nations Conventions on Rights of Persons with Disability. So a big win for us has been that we have been able to streamline our laws, the local laws. You see, in the 2010 Constitution, there were gaps because the Act existed before the 2010 Constitution.
Right.
And that is what has been making us not fully participate because of those gaps. But now that they have been addressed, it has been assented by the president. What I'm expecting maybe right now is, of course it's not magic, it requires some process, but maybe I'm giving myself like 1 year on the anniversary of its ascension to have realized some wins. And these wins can be done by everyone who has the intention to care for persons with disabilities.
Maybe it's time we become our own watchdogs, don't you think?
That's quite okay, because we are the only people that can be able to talk about our needs. So
the youth are doing it very well. I think the Gen Zs have come out very strongly to champion for leadership amongst the youth. Are we really on the correct place as PWDs? Maybe persons with disabilities. I remember someone giving us a comment that they don't want me to call them PWDs. It's like a number plate. They want me to call it in full, persons with disability. Yeah, are we really on the correct place? Do we need Gen Zs to help us, or we can do it ourselves? Are we strong enough?
Maybe I start by asking you.
Yes.
Do we have Gen Zs that are persons with disabilities? Probably yes.
Yes, of course we do.
So we don't need Gen Zs to help us. We only need them to collaborate with us.
Okay.
So everyone needs to collaborate with a person with disability for only one purpose, to make sure that they are able to participate fully
Right.
with no barriers that locks them out.
I'm
And this one can be done by everyone.
Right.
And today, we don't only depend on people to do that work. We now depend on technology. Like, for example, as I was walking in here today, I saw something called Assist All,
Yes.
which is an application.
Yes.
So if an application can do what a human being would do, that makes our work even easier. So we need a lot of innovation, we need a lot of resources, and we need a lot of manpower. And also the goodwill, attitude change.
Yeah.
Let's start from there. When the right attitudes are there, then we can be able to say that we are moving towards total and full inclusion.
Absolutely. Total and full inclusion. I like that word, total and full inclusion, because maybe I should have thrown this to you before we moved there. Has stigma and discrimination been part and parcel of our parties? What is your experience in OPIA? Of course, I have my experience in Labour Party. Yeah. Has stigma and discrimination been part and parcel of the PWD journey in politics?
So I will speak about what I see in the political climate.
Right.
So there are two types of persons with disability. There is that person who is really aggressive, and we call them the extroverts. That one that will want to show resilience, can be able to even run, and running in quotes, maybe on a wheelchair, but they are running.
Yeah.
Maybe they are limping, but they are running. They are running towards realizing something.
Right.
But there are also those that have taken the conservative bit of it. They want to observe from the background. They might not be the people who are really good on cameras, but maybe in the back end, they are doing something useful.
Yeah.
And so you see in politics, because I wanted also to say in my introduction,
Right.
I ran for MP in Kibra constituency in 2022.
Wow. Okay.
And that is how I was seeing the challenges for persons with disability. Sometimes you go to a campaign and you find one of the first things, the podium is not accessible. So for you to get to the podium, you have to be lifted up. And when you get up, there is no chair for you. So you need to sit behind the security and the protocol people. And yet I need to be there to also voice my issue or our issue as people with the disabilities.
Yes.
So, and these things happens a lot within political parties. So if you are a sharp mind in a political party, they'll want you to be good for the cameras.
Okay.
Yes, but we also have had stories about those people who have really faced stigmatization and discrimination. And this, I'll give an example of negotiated democracy. So for example, I want to vie for MP Roysambu constituency. I'm a person with disability, fully qualified. I have met all the requirements as per the law, and I believe in myself. But there is also here a person who is not, let's say, disabled, and they would want to say, Edwin, would you want to step down for this one? This one is a strong candidate.
Yeah.
So you see, when such happens, and the party only can issue only one certificate.
Yeah.
So that makes this person being discriminated. Now they will get...
You remind us of ODM's experience.
Yes.
Tim Wanyonyi.
Actually, that was pure discrimination on...
Kapigade.
Yes.
Yes.
Just because he had a disability and they maybe felt like he is not so good
Was he winning? It seems like he had.
From what I hear is that he has very good grounds.
That time he was the one taking it, right?
Yes.
Yes. But then ODM ended up losing the governor's seat to Sakaja.
Yes.
Courtesy of that move.
Courtesy of that move. And probably if he would have gone to the ballot as the Azimio gubernatorial candidate in Nairobi, probably I'm 100% sure and confident that he would have won the seat.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you aware I wanted to be senator that time? And I moved aside because of the coalition arrangement?
So it really happened also to you. Now you see, that now was discrimination.
I ran away before they approached me.
That was wise, huh?
Right. Because I knew there was no way the big boys would have let me reach the ballot.
Yes.
So I moved away before the big decision was made.
And actually that is what happens in political parties. But let us not stick to the complaint so much. What are we able to do, or in our respective political parties as people with disabilities in the neck? We can advise the party to deliberately give nominations to candidates who have disabilities, so that they can also be voted for, and also they can take part in voting for themselves, just like I did. I tried.
Yes,
I didn't do badly. I know that 2027 I would also want to vie again, and I would want to show the party that I'm quite competent about this political course that I'm taking. So it's nothing like PTO, Woshe, Edwin Awezi, Edwin Kijana Mdogo, those types of things. I wouldn't want to hear that. So my main aim at UPIA is trying to convince the governing body to provide all the necessary environment so that not only candidates, even the members within the political party themselves, they can strive. Even beyond the party, huku hivi mashinani, the grassroots, are we able to give them that conducive environment so that they can participate as others? And that is my big role there. And just the other time, in a time like this last year, June 2024, just before the Gen Z whatever, we had launched our league, our UPIA Disability League. It is a structure that has been recognized in the party. It is a structure that gets support in the party. Support to capacity building and enhancement for our members, those who also want to get leadership. We have partnered with other institutions like the Oslo Foundation. We have partnered with the Center for Multi-Party Democracy. We have partnered with the Westminster Foundation Democracy, the NDI, and others, just to ensure that the engagement within the political space, but targeted to persons with disabilities, are amplified. And now we can be able to see, because we qualify for the political party fund, we are able to create our work plan as a disability league, then front it to the UPIA secretariat, then we get a budget that, of course, is working for us, so that we can also raise our issues or do activities that can ensure that we are visible and that we are taking initiative. Just the other time we were in Uhuru Park, we were the only party that was fully branded. You know, when we talk about fully branding, we are talking about having a cap, having a scarf, having a t-shirt.
This combat cap you're wearing, is it part of your regalia?
No. But I have, what is it called? A badge. It's called Future Bunge Star, and it is for UPIA. So at least I'm branded. Anywhere I go, I must make sure that I carry my party wherever I go.
Yeah, just before the viewer thinks I'm seeing you, I actually touched your head before we started.
Yes.
Now, you've spoken about qualifying for that political fund. Normally it's 5%, right? Or is it 0.3% of the national budget goes to parties?
I think
And
it's
then
0.3% for
of the national
of the national budget goes
to
for
political party funding.
Yes.
And then to the parties, at least 5% should go to the SIGs.
not per 30%, at least 30%.
Or
So
normally the 30%
for the
parties.
special interest group,
Absolutely, and it's normally divided a third, right?
depending on the number of what you as a party have categorized as special interest. So
special
like for
interest can be
UPIA,
buying
it's
Can it be buying of furniture?
no. Just strengthening the activities of the special interest group
How is
category.
it then that some people, some PWDs have actually shared with us and told us that the monies that are supposed to be for their use in parties are normally used to buy furniture for the offices?
Maybe I will challenge them
Yes.
that party documents are available to every member, depending on your constitution. Like for UPIA, let me
Right.
speak for UPIA, and I'm speaking this so that I can also encourage you, my viewer, you join UPIA. So you see, when you come to UPIA,
Okay.
our party documents, from the constitution to
Right.
the manifesto, to the election and nomination rules, to our strategic plan, and to now the documents that are used for reporting purposes are available on request, and no one will deny you such.
Okay.
So you can be even able to go to the CEO
Yeah.
and ask him, I see here it has reported that we carried out an activity, let's say in Baringo County,
Right.
and we targeted 50 persons with disability, and it was a 3-day workshop, and it was full body.
Right.
What proves that this really happened? Then they'll prove that we have the report of the meeting. Either this is the consultant that was engaged, this how the meals were paid, we have the receipts. And you see, for like UPIA, you know, mambo na technology.
Yes.
You've heard that thing, technology.
Yes.
Our systems are fully integrated. So hizi vitu za pesa za mkono ati pesa imetoka kwa ORPP ati imekuja imeingia na bahasha. No. Our systems are integrated using the technology.
Yeah.
And so we can be able to follow through, and you see, you can be able to see the transparency in our party. So hiyo kununua viti, labda chama zingine, labda NLP.
Perfect. We need to go for a break. No, mine is LPK.
LPK.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
NLP should be
All right. Labda LPK mnanunua viti nazo.
not at all.
Uh-huh.
Story for another day. Viewers, we are with Disabilities Chair UPIA, Edwin Denda. See you after the break.
All right.